Hello, good morning. Welcome into Tommy Bites TV. How are you guys doing today? So, we're going to get into what today is, and it is August 29th. Today is Friday. Happy Friday to you. Hope that you guys had a great week, and I hope your weekend will be just as blessed. But today is the end. Today is the end of the de minimis exemption. That word gets me every time. How are y'all doing? Welcome into the channel. Welcome in. Hey, Squirrely Girl, how are you this morning? Hope you are doing well. So again, today is the end of the de minimis exemption. And we're going to get into that. We're going to get into shoppers' orders being canceled. And there is no, who knows when these orders are going to pick back up with these countries. Countries are having to choose sides, they say. So I'm just reporting the news, not making the news up. It's just out here. I'm just bringing it to you. Please hit that like button as you enter. I'm also going to be starting a new series on this channel because this channel, I just feel like it needs a revamp. And so I'm going to be starting a new series over here. I will definitely do a shorts to let you know what that is. You'll still get the news that you can use, but you're also going to get added things to it as well. I want to hopefully eventually have other channels come on, interview them, how they started their journey, whatever it is. Now, I will be doing preparedness channels, but I'm not going to limit it to just preparedness channels. So that's where we're going to go with that, and we're going to get into it. So, hey, S. Cooper. Hey, Shatika, how are you? Miss Juliet, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm going to try not to be on here too long. I know I'm kind of jaw-jacking right now in the beginning, but I'm trying not to be on here too long because hopefully my daughter goes tries for her permit today. Finally. Okay, so let's get into what's going on. So we've been talking about this de minimis exemption for a while now, and today is the 29th, and that is the day. That is the day it all comes to a halt. For exemption on low value packages sent to the United States is wreaking havoc on international shipping right now as mail companies, businesses, and consumers try to navigate the new rules. There will be some exemptions in here, and I'll tell you about those on some packages that it does not apply to. So packages sent to the United States valued at less than $800 will now face tariffs as fees. Tariffs and fees. They will be charged either the tariff rate the United States has on their countries of origin or a flat fee of $80 to $200. And that's per item, not per shipment, but per item. The shipments may face additional tariffs and fees in some cases, and not all countries are the same as far as how much they will be paying. So things will vary, which means it's going to vary where you are ordering and getting your items from. So they're saying that on average, the de minimis shipment, paying a customs broker and paying the fees will double the cost. That's before you even get to the money that's actually going to the government. One small business concern about this change is a stationery store in New York City. They said about half of the store's items come from other countries. Greeting cards and it's small stuff you don't even think about, like these greeting cards from the UK, handmade notebooks from Portugal, stationery from Japan. With the exemption ending, he plans to raise his prices because he's going to have to pay more for them. So in retail, you don't buy something for $5 and sell it to a customer for $2. This shop is not a hobby. It's how I live. It's how I pay my bills. And my sister, she's my partner in the business, is how we pay our employees and our rent. And so the idea that we could take an additional, well, take on every additional cost for such small goods is just not possible. So all sorts of low value items have fallen under this exemption, including small kitchen appliances and utensils, beauty products, and apparel from companies like Shein. For those who asked me in the last video that I talked about this, Temu, and also Etsy. No one really talks about Etsy anymore, but because it's always Temu and Shein, but Etsy too. De minimis parcels made up 97% of all shipping volumes, or overall shipping volumes, over the last 3 fiscal years. It ended the exemption for items from China and Hong Kong in May. There hasn't been a significant change in monthly drug seizures since then, they say, though, because it's what it's all about, the smuggling of drugs into, you know, these packages, which it does happen, y'all. It does happen. So there are some exemptions, you know, where you don't have to pay that. American travelers will still be able to bring $200 in personal items back to the United States duty free. So you go on your cruise, you go on your, you know, you fly somewhere and you go on your holiday and you come back, you got souvenirs and all that stuff. So American travelers will still be able to bring $200 in personal items back to the United States duty free. And someone aboard can send a gift of $100 or less to the United States duty free. So those are the exemptions where you don't have to pay that extra fee. So in the days leading up to Friday, and now we are at Friday, dozens of package carriers around the world paused shipping in the United States as they sorted through the changes and the updates. I told y'all about the countries that were halting the shipping. Let's see. Let's go over to the other one. So U.S. shoppers' orders canceled as world shuts down some American-bound shipments. The end of the de minimis exemption for cheap parcel shipments, nearly a century old, is prompting countries everywhere to suspend shipments to the United States. U.S. shoppers ordering smaller goods from abroad are being met with waves of cancellation orders or notices ahead of the key trade rule change that was ordered by the Trump administration. Now, people are saying this is all Trump. And while Trump has a lot going on, Biden was doing the same thing. So that's why I say let's get off the party situation of this party, that party. They all do the same thing. And Biden was doing the same thing as well. On Friday, today, the United States will end the nearly century-old de minimis exemption, which allowed items worth less than $800 to be shipped to the country duty-free or without having to pay any tariff. In advance of the official termination date for the exemption, many European nations, alongside Austria, India, Japan, South Korea, Taiwan, Thailand, and New Zealand, have announced suspensions of U.S.-bound shipments. Mexico's Postal Service announced Thursday it was suspending package deliveries to the United States because of the pending changes. U.S. e-commerce hubs have been posting notice warning customers about shipping disruptions. Like I told y'all, I think a few days ago, last week, whatever. It probably was a few days ago. If you ordered something, it was over the weekend. And I said, you have until Tuesday, because after Tuesday, they're not really going to be pushing anything. And the stuff that they are pushing is going to get here slow because they got to figure it out. So last week, Etsy announced it would no longer process purchases for goods sent via Austria Post, Canada Post, and the United Kingdom's Evry and Royal Mail services in anticipation of those firms shutting down U.S. delivery. So if you were ordering something from Etsy, there you go. Given the complexities, legal requirements, and poor experience, many postal providers will be suspending delivery options to the U.S., Etsy said. Online auction site eBay has likewise warned that sellers who rely on foreign postal services may have to find alternative shipping processors to get their products to U.S. customers. Canada Post said Thursday it had contracted with a third-party duty processor to keep parcels flowing into the United States. So that's a plus. Private third-party carriers that may already have tariff collection systems can cost as much as 4 times the cost of sending an item by regular post. Vice President of Product Development at ePost Global issued that statement. So customers are going to be very shocked, she said. Ben Jay, a New York City resident who works in graphic designs, recently stumbled upon an online German music store selling a rare modern recording. He said a few days after he made that purchase, he got an email from American Express saying the order would be refunded. An email to the online music store revealed why. They just said they were nervous about following the law. It's annoying but understandable the way all this is being implemented. There's so much uncertainty. So while foreign postal systems have no problem making deliveries to the United States, they don't have systems to process tariffs and pay them into U.S. Customs and Border Protection. So that's why Canada Post is using a third party, but like they said, it's going to cost 4 times as much. So the Trump administration is now asking foreign mail carriers to act as import tax collectors on behalf of the U.S. government, something they aren't set up to do or may be refusing to do. Let's see. In warehouses in northern Mexico, goods imported from China are repackaged into smaller parcels, each valued at less than $800, allowing them to enter the U.S. tariff-free. So that's why they're doing what they're doing, because people, found the loopholes that are sending large amounts. They repackage it to avoid paying the U.S. that money. But at the end, you guys, we're going to eat this, because we're ordering, and that's just how it is. Let's see. So in response to the suspension, let me make sure y'all seeing what I'm seeing, because I'm flipping over real quick and I don't know if okay. So in response to the suspension of the DeMinimis exemption, postal services around the world are announcing plans to halt certain shipments to the U.S. Europe's largest shipping provider, DHL, announced it cannot ship business parcels to the U.S. until details surrounding the new duties are clarified. And they haven't been clarified yet, y'all. So shipments are still halted. Germany, Denmark, Sweden, and Italy are among the countries that have already stopped shipping many packages to the U.S. France and Australia will halt certain deliveries. That was this past Monday. They halted certain deliveries, while the UK will do the same on Tuesday. So UK stopped on this past Tuesday. Well, yeah, this week. And then India did theirs on the 25th. And they say it's unclear how long the de minimis exemption will be suspended for. However, until details surrounding the enforcement are clarified, more and more countries will likely continue to cease certain shipments to the U.S. And this is supposed to likely impact the global economy significantly. Particularly fast fashion brands like Shein and Temu will be greatly affected by the shift in policy. And y'all, I just started ordering from Shein. I just started ordering from there. I've never ordered from there before. Let's see. They say these companies have already begun increasing prices on their products in response to the Trump's trade policies. Companies that depend on foreign products for their operations, such as drop shippers who sell items through third-party manufacturers, are also likely to encounter profit concerns. I don't think they are concerned, but they know that they're going to pass that on to us. The question is, are we going to pay it? So that's the concern. Will the consumer be willing to still pay it and pay even more? So that's just a little short synopsis of what is actually taking place as of today. And I wanted to come on and let you guys know. And I'll see you guys later in another video. Hey, Jeanette, good morning. How are you, Greta? How are y'all? Okay, Squirrely Girl. Good morning, Beverly. Simran, good morning from Seattle. Thank you so very much. I got makeup all on it though, on my headband. So if you don't need it, set order outfits. Yeah, let me move my light out the way. Oh wow, $200 tariff bill. Let me look that up. So Veronica says, if you don't need it, don't buy it. A woman says she ordered outfits for a trip for $60. A month later, received a bill from FedEx for a $200 tariff bill. She lucky she even got her order, because some people are saying, you know, they get a phone call from like places like FedEx or wherever they, you know, the shipping is, saying, hey, we got your package. We can't deliver it until you pay this fee, because, you know, they don't want to pay it and then trust that you'll pay them. They want you to go ahead and pay it. So she's lucky she even got her outfits. That's crazy. Yeah, we gotta, I don't know. They want us to shop American, but guess where American companies get their stuff from? Either way, we are out of luck. They're going to get you one way or the other. They're going to get you. So y'all, thank y'all for coming in this morning. I will definitely see y'all in another video, maybe a few videos. So please turn your notifications on. And I'll holla. I'll get back to you. Y'all remember that I love you, but God truly loves you more. He created only one you. Be the very best you can be. And when you are, please go out and spread God's love, okay? Peace, love, and light. Thanks for being here on TOMMYBITES TV. And again, I am going to start a new series. I want to start bringing other channels on that do preparedness, that do gardening, that do, you know, all the things, and share that with you guys. So hopefully y'all will enjoy that series whenever I start. I hope I can start it in September, but I don't know. It may be more towards October if I can't get it together, because September around the corner, y'all. Is around the corner. And my son's birthday, my youngest son's birthday, when it just graduated from college, his birthday is tomorrow. He'd be 23. And y'all take care. Stay safe. Again, I'll see you later. Maybe we'll do a store walk through as well as another news story.